Who is Skibidi Scientist in reality? We don't encounter this character frequently in all the Skibidi Toilet episodes, but believe me, he is one of the key antagonists in the entire war. Today, I'll tell you about his main secret and the horrifying details of his experiments. You will learn more about the main villain of the entire Skibidi Toilet universe. Skibidi Scientist first appears in the 30th episode. We see his robotic claw, and he is located in a dark toilet, which indicates his uniqueness and exceptional abilities. For example, the most powerful Skibidi mutants also use black metal for their toilets, but what gives him his main power? We know that G-Man is the supreme commander of all Skibidi toilets, but even he understands that regular toilets don't possess immense power, and agents can easily flush them away. Realizing that he cannot compete with the advanced developments of the agents using primitive toilets alone, he created an underground laboratory. We first see it in the 16th episode, where the upper part of this laboratory is clearly visible, and we can even notice a character closely resembling Skibidi Scientist, although we cannot confirm it with certainty. At the end of this episode, we see the first technological development of Skibidi Toilet, the initial version of Skibidi Spider, which will later serve as a prototype for creating Skibidi Giants. But what does this episode specifically tell us? From the appearance of the building where the laboratory is located, I was able to determine its location in the city. It is in the western part of the city. This territory serves as the base for all Skibidi toilets, since if we look at the city from above, we can see that the western part is under full control of Skibidi toilets, while the eastern part is under the control of agents. G-Man tried to place this laboratory as far away from cameramen as possible, so that the new developments of Skibidi Toilet would be safe. But this is just the upper part of the laboratory. What is hidden under it? This is the place where the most brutal experiments are conducted on weakened agents. In the 30th episode, when the scientist himself appears, we can see that his latest creation, Skibidi Parasite, emerges from his mouth and takes over cameraman's mind. But believe me, this is not an isolated case, as we notice tormented agents in the corner of this room, awaiting the same fate, and we can only guess how many of them have been killed here already. But where did Skibidi Scientist himself come from? We all know that the creator of this series, Boom, is a fan of the Half-Life universe. The designs of all characters, such as G-Man, were taken from the original version of the game, Half-Life 2. Skibidi Scientist is no exception, and his appearance is derived from the character Dr. Isaac Kleiner. But what do we know about him? He is a scientific genius, and one of the key scientists in the Half-Life city. He is the main antagonist in the game and plays a crucial role in the plot. Dr. Kleiner appears as an elderly man with white hair, but his true age and past remain a mystery. Kleiner gives the impression of a cold-blooded and slightly manipulative person whose actions are motivated by his dreadful scientific research. He plays an important role in developing technologies that allow maintaining control over the city and its inhabitants. Sounds similar to Skibidi Scientist, doesn't it? However, his methods and goals can be a subject of debate and doubt. All of this closely resembles Skibidi Scientist, who is the main driving force behind the progress of Skibidi Toilet. It's hard to call the scientist a coward. After all, he once appeared on the battlefield, where one of the most powerful characters in the entire Skibidi Toilet universe, Speakerman Titan, was located. Currently, he is completely under the external control of the scientist, and the authority he possesses can even be compared to that of G-Man. The agents, technologists, and scientists have been working in an intensified mode because their existence is under threat. Thus, we saw the antidote gun, which kills parasites, new TV men and TV woman, and recently the return of cameraman Titan. After the death of an agent and the destruction of the antidote gun, TV men have become the main hope for agents. But the technological race has just begun, and Skibidi Scientist releases new developments daily. In the 42nd episode, we saw a new Skibidi Scout who stole a lens from an agent. And in the next episode, based on this lens, Skibidi Scientist was able to create glasses that protect from TV Man's gaze. But how will all of this affect the final battle? Skibidi Scientist is creating new types of giants with each passing day. They are getting larger and more defensively improved. The new Skibidi Rocketeer, along with his assistants, tried to kill TV Man Titan. But even the glasses did not help him because TV Man's powerful gaze affected the mutants and caused them to explode. At the end of this episode, we notice an infected Speaker Man Titan and helicopters flying over him. Without a doubt, the final battle will be one of the most intense events in which Skibidi Scientist's creations will be a decisive aspect of Skibidi Toilet's victory. What do you think? Will the forces of agents with Cameraman Titan prevail? Or will Skibidi Scientist's developments be victorious? We will all find out very soon. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Share your theories in the comments. Thank you all. Goodbye.